Hello and welcome to the Christ and Culture webcast with your host, Taylor DeSoto. Today we will be doing another Bible review. This is a Thomas Nelson KJV that I got for Christmas, so I thought I'd be doing a review for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy. This particular Bible is a premium Goatskin KJV Bible. It is Smyth-sewn and edge-lined. It has art gilding on the page edges. It is red under gold. And now we remember from the NKJV review that the red is not quite as crimson as maybe an R.L. Allen or a Schuyler. It has an exclusive typeface that was specifically designed for Thomas Nelson. So it's quite unique and it's really comfortable to read, really easy to read. I enjoy it. This has 3 ribbon markers. Each of them are 3/8 inch wide. It also has what they advertise as premium European Bible paper, 36 GSM. It has black text, so no red letters. And it also has a complete cross-reference system, a concordance. They advertise a generous yapp and a 12-point font size. So without further ado, let's get into it. As we noticed from the last review, that does have a beautiful presentation with this Premier Collection stamp on it right here, as you can see. So let's just go ahead and open it up. We found out in the last review that you can actually just lift the Bible out of the box. And of course this note card here, it's just kind of magazine paper. And of course the Bible box itself is high quality and good to carry your Bible around. Now, something that you're probably noticing is that the grain on this particular Goatskin Bible is much different than the NKJV that I reviewed a while back, and I'll bring that one out here in a second. But let's take away that light a little bit. So this particular grain is not quite as smooth, but I like it. It feels more like a goatskin. It's more reminiscent of a KJV, but a Goatskin Bible from Crossway or perhaps Schuyler, maybe even Cambridge. It's quite flexible, as you can see. It doesn't have a paste down liner. It's some sort of either synthetic or calfskin lined. Has a presentation page here. And this is the typeface that we were talking about when we introduced the Bible, this custom Thomas Nelson print, and even has the introduction to King James here. Table of contents. Pages feel really nice to turn. There's no sticking. They're also not slippery. You can see the page numbers are in red here. There's some room in the margins, as you can tell, but not enough to really note. The concordance, or the references, are in the middle of this particular typeset, and the chapters have a capital letter in the beginning of them. I'm not sure if this is, it's in every single chapter. See the A, the N, and you can just see the custom typeface that I'm talking about. It's quite nice to read here. Now, if you remember, we reviewed the NKJV. I commented on the Psalms, let's see if we can find the book, Introduction to the Psalms. So this one is actually, I like this a little bit better. than in the NKJV versions. It's got a little introduction, but it's not quite so goofy. This feels a lot better. I actually like this typeset a lot more than the NKJV that I have. Yeah, so you can tell it's not quite so cartoonish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bible maps. Now this was something that I didn't review in my last review. The Bible maps are not on your typical high quality Bible paper like you'd get in a Schuyler or Crossway even. They're on that sort of laminate feeling paper. They're thicker. Not to say that they're not nice paper, but it's just not what you get from a Schuyler. Let's take a look at the... Wow, that is very nice. So there's no hubs on this Bible. And you, of course, have the 3 ribbons. There's a black cap. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a black cap on the Smyth-sewn on the signatures. Let's go ahead and take out these ribbons and see how long they are. It's always important to be very careful when you're removing these ribbons because you can rip and damage your pages when you're doing this. Wow. And my same comment goes for this Bible as it did with my NKJV that I purchased from Thomas Nelson. They are just quite the perfect length. There's nothing worse than a really short ribbon, honestly. So as you can see, these are quite long. And we measured them last review. We can go ahead and do that with this too. About roughly 4 inches. So this leather is really nice. I'm quite enjoying it. Now the yapp, whether or not that's generous, I mean, I think that's up for opinion, but I would not consider that a generous yapp. I would just consider that maybe a semi-yapp, quarter yapp. I mean, if you bend them in on, yeah, I would call that maybe a quarter yapp or a semi-yapp. Nothing impressive. But I mean, overall, this is just a really nice Bible. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NKJV really quickly and just kind of show you the difference between the Goatskin. Yeah, so this one almost looks like it might be ironed. And it certainly has a different, you can see immediately that the grain at least is different. So you put these guys side by side, you can see that, this... let's darken it up with my hands. You can see that this one has a grain. This is the KJV, and then this is the NKJV, which seems to be a little bit more ironed. But they both have leather lined. They're both extremely nice. I'm quite excited to get into this. The ribbons seem to be about the same length on both of them. The thickness of these are roughly the same. The KJV is a little bit wider. Overall, I'm excited to get into this Bible. I think that for $90, this is hands down the most high quality Bible you can get in that price range. And as far as the construction, how it's held up, my Thomas Nelson NKJV Premium Goatskin Bible has held up wonderfully since I reviewed it. Now there's definitely an obvious difference between the paper quality of, let's just say, a Schuyler or a Cambridge or R.L. Allen and this. However, I think that this will serve its purpose well. I'm not sure that the lines are line matched, so you can't tell in this this video. I don't think it's possible for you to be able to tell, but you can't see the words through the page because they are line matched. So the typeset is really high quality. Let's see if we can get that in there. But as far as the paper quality goes, it's certainly not a $150, $200 Bible, but this is everything you'd want in this price range. Well, that's been it for Christ and Culture Reviews. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and if you're in the market for a KJV, NKJV, or if you want their NIV, they also have that. But if you're in the market and your budget is under $100, then this is really a great direction that you can go. I think that this Bible is the best of its price point. It's also much higher quality than many Bibles that are in the $125 price point. I would bet that this actually is going to travel a lot more for the price than pretty much anything in its class. Hopefully this has been helpful, and may the Lord bless you and keep you. We will see you next time.